afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon, all friends. इतने सुंदर माहौल के बाद अब हम आते हैं HIV. HIV has a bright side and a negative side. Negative side तो यही है कि HIV हमारे को तंग करता है, हम उससे कैसे लड़ें, और जो उसकी bright side है, you would really be happy to know that India में 57% rate of HIV has been brought down, and it is all due to our government, our efforts of the NGOs, efforts of WHO, efforts of UNICEF, and many more people are involved. The community, the mass media, and we gynecologists have a big role to play. So what we can do for our patients and for the public and what has been done is something very inspiring. We would like Dr. Sharda Jain ma'am to tell us more about this. She has great messages and she's very inspiring. We all know that. Ma'am, over to you.
I have only one message to go. Dr. Ruby is going to give you a good side, the bright side of HIV today, that this pandemic is about to go. I think the last 2 decades we have worked hard, the government has worked hard, the ministry has also worked hard, and all NGOs have worked hard. And the public awareness is there. वो किसी चीज से परेशान हो ना हो, आप उनको HIV का नाम ले दो, उनके कान खड़े हो जाते. So I think, what Ruby is going to tell you, December is the month of HIV awareness. We say that we have really come down. Our incidences, previously it was North was 1%, South was 2%, and Northeast was 3%. And now the incidence is 0.22%. But I feel whatever it is now remaining, still we are getting cases, and that also lacks in this 2021. With this, I will like Dr. Ruby to tell you the sunny side of it and the dark side of it also. I think effort has to be on and on. Doctor, over to you, Dr. Ruby.
Thank you. Namaskar, ma'am. Namaskar. Malti, can I share the screen? मुझे यहाँ से हो नहीं पा रहा है.
नहीं डॉक्टर, ये जो एरो है ना, ये शेयर वाला स्क्रीन है.
Being so kind and so, to motivate everyone to learn. So this is just, this year, the 1st of December, every year is a AIDS awareness month. And 1st December is the AIDS Day, World AIDS Day. So every year there is a different theme by UNAIDS and WHO. So this year's the theme was the AND AIDS, mainly. For the last 5 years, we are just trying to bring these themes of AND AIDS. And under that, different sub-themes. So this year, we have the AND AIDS and inequalities and pandemics. Basically, because we have seen how the pandemics, even the COVID pandemic is still bothering us, and all other pandemics which are there. So they are still there, whether it is hepatitis B, hepatitis C, or HIV. So these all are the pandemics which are bothering always to us. So I will, ma'am, wanted the bright side of the HIV/AIDS in India. Definitely there is absolutely correct. This is a very bright side of HIV/AIDS in India. So I tried to put some points. History. If we go back, so it's a epidemic which is 40 years old worldwide, right? And 35 years old in India. As first case of HIV came in 1986 in commercial sex worker in Chennai. So this was the first case which came in India. And at that time, what was the myths in India 35 years back? HIV cannot come to the India as we are the religious, cultural, and the so-called the very ethical countries. That was even the comments were from the government when the first case was identified, and the few scientists pointed out this is the case of HIV, so-called, and we have to do something. So they have not taken any action with these notes. We don't have this disease. It's a wrong diagnosis. So we cannot have. Rather, it cannot be epidemic in India, epidemic of the India. So or never it can come to the India. That was the presumptions from all the bureaucrats and the high commands of the country. But the facts. If we talk about the facts, India has become the second largest HIV population, having the second largest population. In 2004, 2001 to 2004, when there was a sentinel surveillance, 5.2 million people were HIV positive in India, which was as per the estimated. So it spread faster. Key population, which was the commercial sex worker, transgenders, truckers, migrants. And it has moved from rural to urban now. Now the maximum number of HIV positive patients are of 19 to 45 years of the age, most productive age of for the any country, any home, or this is the young age. Causes. If we see, I have basically, because I am not repeating the thing because multiple talks I have given in this forum. So we know that maximum transmission is through the sexual route. More than 86% of the transmission is through the sexual route, means the unprotected sexual contact. Whether it is with the one infected partner or with multiple sex partners. Reasons may be different. It's a behavior, maybe it's a need of the sex, migratory population, truckers, because they are just having the long distances to cover on the road and outside, so they have the sexual activities wherever they get the chance. Frequent travelers also, this is the problem. Migrants also the problem, basically because they are out from the home for years together. So sexual needs everyone has, and for to fulfill that need, they are going here and there for having the unprotected sexual contact and getting this disease. And in the coming times, it's a sort of the fashion. I must say, it's like we are acquiring the fashion of the Western world, so it is a fashion to have the multiple partners. So other STDs was another cause of getting HIV, basically because if one is having the other STD, so more prevalent for HIV. So married women are unknown victims of the disease, as mostly via the husband. Many other women are abused by the family and friends also, then they can get this infection. And most of the children, definitely the neonates, they are the victim of this disease via the mother to child transmission. Few little upper age, they are positive due to the child sexual abuse. Young children, due to the sex experiments, which is a fashion now, we have to have the sex, even which was earlier 18 years of the child was looking for the sex, right now even the 14 years of the child looking for the sex. So with that they are indulging into the unprotected sexual behavior, or maybe the abused, child sexual abused. Even the young abused is very much. I remember the madam's talk it's a 15 years back, when she was used to say, our boys are more abused than the girls. So that is a fact even. And I see the population in the young males, many are abused by their peers and the adults. Other causes we know, like needle-stick injuries, syringes, blood products, etc. So these all are the causes. Now, measures taken by the government or the NGOs. So education. This is all about the sensitization to make people aware about this disease, its pros and cons, and its like way to protect and waive the measures and the actions. So what actions were taken? Government, this is the whole journey of the 35 years I am telling. So it's not a one-day process. It's a condom promotion. Condom vending machines was installed in the many areas on the road, highways, where the truckers are going. So condom vending machines, even in the commercial sex brothels, जहाँ पर commercial sex workers होते हैं, so वहाँ भी and they have just taught, all the commercial sex workers have been sensitized, taught to use the condom, how they can use this condom for the client, even without his knowledge. Sometimes, basically because the problem is because the client don't want to use the condom. They feel it differently, they lose that pleasure or something, so they don't want to use the condom. So this was also taught to the commercial sex worker, how they can just make that person wear this condom. And they all were put on the treatment for STD as well as for the HIV. For the all healthcare professionals or healthcare settings, there was a revolution from the single-use syringe to the disposable syringes, which is now acquired by the world. Whole world is using the disposable syringes. Blood banks. A lot of work has to be done with the blood banks, basically because earlier there were no checking, no strict guidelines, but now all the blood banks, all the authorized blood banks have the strict guidelines of checking all donated blood with highly sensitive tests of the HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and syphilis, malaria, etc. Syringe distribution and sensitization to the IV drug users. There are also a lot of work has been done with these drug users where they just put we will give you the free syringes. I mean, behavior they are not living, but at least the single syringe or disposable syringe they should use, so it is the transmission to the others can be stopped. Testing and treatment for all the pregnant women. Now we know every pregnant woman should be tested for HIV, and that's why we could reduce the transmission to the children. Another measure after I can say after the 30 years fight with the different organization, NGO, and the people living with HIV. This HIV/AIDS Act has been passed by the government. It is in 2017, which has brought many things. The equal rights of care and support to all PHIV, remove the stigma, discrimination for the PLHIV, key population. I mean, everyone has a right for the health. So commercial sex worker, transgender, MSM, have equal right for the health without discrimination in any facility, whether they are going to the government or they are going to the private. So one cannot say no. Confidentiality for all PLHIV, it has to be maintained. They have right and reservations in the jobs. Nobody can say no if any PLHIV is applying for the job, just with the reason he is a HIV positive person. So that this right has came strictly still yet to be implemented well. Basically, still it is not being implemented well. There are cases where people are still fighting, and few court cases are also where they find discrimination happens in the hospital, or the confidentiality has been breached and the removal from the job, etc. So just I mean, these were I think this is from how we started and the bright side. It is a long epidemic. It's not a one-day process, because it has been 35 years to come to this point where we are talking now about the AIDS. Earlier there were so many things, and even I just missed the point where we have just reached. We have reached from earlier in the 2001 when the first drug came with the name of Zidovudine. So only that drug was came for the HIV treatment. So uski 40 गोलियां patient को खानी पड़ती थी per day, 40 tablets, and the cost was also enormous. It was very high cost, and the 40 tablets per day, person have to take this medicine. And now, due to even the Indian pharma companies, due to credit goes to the all Indian pharma companies who came and made a generic medicine. So that created the boom in the whole HIV population, basically, because now, and from the multi-drugs to the single drug pill, now person has to take only one pill a day for HIV treatment, and the cost is very less. If the Indian pharma company like Ranbaxy and Cipla does not started this generic combination, so I think at least, I don't know about the Europe, but at least Africa and India could have finished with this epidemic, basically because people could not afford this treatment. Now the treatment is so cheap. It is maybe started from the 800 rupees to the per month to maximum to the 2,250, 2,500 or 3,000 per rupees per month cost, which cost is like any other disease. Maybe even people who are taking the gynae treatment, even the IVF treatment, I mean, this is the much more cost. Even the diabetes treatment is costlier. People who are taking insulins and the multiple drugs, it is costlier than this HIV treatment. So that's a even very bright side of this HIV. I will put a few graphs just to make you aware from where we have reached. Madam had told कि HIV epidemic पहले जो prevalence था, which was very high, and the national prevalence हमारा हमेशा से 0.3 से ऊपर रहा है. Now you see it is a adult population है जिसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं 15 to 49 years, the prevalence came down to 0.22. Right, so number of PLHIV abhi, which was 5.2 in 2001 to 2004-5, it is now 2.3 million. So 23 lakh, 23.5 lakh लोग अभी HIV इंडिया में HIV पॉजिटिव जो हैं वो हैं. So incidence भी कम हो गया 0.05, न्यू HIV इन्फेक्शंस भी कम हुए हैं, एड्स रिलेटेड डेथ भी कम हुई है. We will come to my slide. Next, HIV epidemics, if you see the graph, which you see here, if we see, this is the peak, 99, 2001, 2005, the peak tha bilkul. So maximum number of cases, and then the graph is again going down. So that's a very bright side of India. Yes, the diversity is a problem. Diversity in the adult HIV prevalence rate across the country, which is 4 states, Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur and Andhra Pradesh. They are the highly prevalent state where the prevalence is much high. Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur is definitely due to IV drug user, intravenous drug users. That is the problem. Andhra Pradesh, Meghalaya, Delhi comes in the 8th number of the prevalence. Basically because Delhi is a lot of migratory population and it is connected with the 4 states. So that's why Delhi is having this kind of the prevalence, because the people are coming to Delhi and they are transmitting this infection to the others. So annual new infections, if we talk, so abhi as of now सबसे ज़्यादा जो नए infections हैं वो महाराष्ट्र, उसके बाद बिहार and उसके बाद उत्तर प्रदेश. So we are touching, and 6th number is of Delhi. Again, Delhi because of migratory population, UP because of lack of education and the sensitization, and again the UP बिहार से बहुत सारे लोग migrate होके different महाराष्ट्र और other state में काम करने के लिए जाते हैं. So वहाँ पर जो है population वहाँ से they got infected और फिर आकर जो है they used to give it to the wives or then the children. So this is the whole process. So Maharashtra is having highest number of HIV cases. So death, even the death, you see Maharashtra में highest number है, but death सबसे ज़्यादा आंध्र प्रदेश में ज़्यादा है, because of again people are not coming forward for the treatment due to different reasons maybe. And the second number is Maharashtra, definitely high population. So that's why the high population of HIV, that's why the death rate is also high. Again, they are not coming forward for the treatment, or they are not adhering to the treatment. So Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana and Uttar Pradesh again comes with the 5th number. Delhi is in the better position, basically because Delhi is having the highest number of the antiretroviral treatment center in respective of the any other state. Irrespective of the any other state. So HIV/AIDS epidemic, HIV prevalence. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay.
Dr.
So,
good evening, madams.
The highest population is the drug user, which is 6.26, and then the transgender. Then
Namaskar, madam. Am I audible?
Sex.
Yes, Dr. Malik, you are audible, but we are having another one.
मैडम म्यूट है डॉक्टर शारदा आपका
हाँ
म्यूट
5 मिनट लेंगे डॉक्टर साहब बस.
Yeah, I will finish in 2 minutes only. So this is the, even you see the pregnant women has came up to 0.24%, which was earlier more than 0.1% population prevalence. But abhi bhi IV drug user is a more concern. Our transgender, that's why this act 2017 which came, and even the 2019 the act came for the transgender population, because they have the equal right for the treatment. So we feel the in the coming time, we will be able to curtail this, these numbers also. Mother to child transmission, again, Maharashtra में सबसे ज़्यादा है, बिहार में, उसके बाद उत्तर प्रदेश में, और कर्नाटका, आंध्र प्रदेश. So इस तरह से जो है चल रहा है. So this is again mother to child transmission, again basically because number ज़्यादा हैं, और उसकी वजह से migratory population की वजह से they are coming to the UP and Bihar. That's why वहाँ पर females की population HIV की और state से ज़्यादा है. So if we see, this is, you see, this is at least a 37% decline. Yes, ma'am, I'm finishing.
30 seconds to go.
I'm finishing within 2-3 minutes. This is the in comparison to the 2010 and 2019, there are new infection, 37% decline in the new infections. Even 66% decline in the deaths. So I will just, So this is again what the way ahead, which is the government, WHO and the India, National AIDS Control Organization, all are going hand to hand. What are the new initiative coming? Basically, because we need to achieve the now 90 target was for this 2020, but due to COVID and it has been delayed. So now they are focusing on the 2030 for reducing the 95 to achieve the target of 95. Means कि 95% लोगों को अपना HIV status बताओ, 95% लोगों को की टेस्टिंग होकर जो है वो ट्रीटमेंट पर आ जाएं, और 95% लोगों का वायरल लोड सप्रेस हो जाए. सो आगे की इन्फेक्शन कम हो जाए. सो अभी इट्स ए टाइम कम्युनिटी टेस्टिंग का, सेल्फ टेस्टिंग विच इज coming forward, pre-exposure prophylaxis again is a very good thing where we can just prevent this infection. Transmission, dolutegravir has came already. Lot of good medicines are available in India. So literacy workshop, virtual webinars, all at IEC material. So now the government's focus is with the public-private partnership. Basically, only the private sector, as health is in 70%, more than 70% health is in private sector. So now they are targeting the private sector to enroll with them, shake hand with them, and to control this epidemic. So that's where our roles come. That's where our role comes where we can just private practitioner can take this lead. So every patient should be tested. I mean, all pregnant women should be tested for HIV, and every patient should be sent for the proper treatment to the HIV physician or to the government ART center, wherever you feel like. Here for the gynecologist, I am available where you can send, or the person want to go to the government center. So we in Delhi is not a problem. Every corner you have the antiretroviral treatment center, and they are doing very good job. So that's what my take to this crisp presentation to this, as Madam told me. So if any question.
Thank you, Dr. Ruby, so much for telling us.